Hello, everyone. Welcome to the channel. So happy you joined me here this evening. Welcome. Thank you for your likes, shares, and subscribes, your comments, your questions, your statements, and your well wishes and your love and your gentleness. And I appreciate all that. I appreciate gentleness. I appreciate gentility. You know, you don't have to have a lot of money to have a lot of dignity and kindness and goodness in your heart. And, you know, it's also good to know how to protect your boundaries and keep them secure. I am the queen of boundaries. I am a queen of swords. I protect my mind, I protect my heart, I protect my body, and I protect my spirit. And I would advise everybody to do such. And how you say, do you do that? Well, you don't let other people's opinions and thoughts of you interfere into what you're doing. To stay focused, stay grounded, believe in yourself, believe in your guides, believe that your ancestors and passed over loved ones would want the best for you. Because from the way I understand it, there's a lot of love on the inside, okay? A whole lot of love. And it does seep over here into this world. And we have access to it whenever we want. This is the battle of the sexes. And we call it that now because, one time I read in science that the women brain waves go like this in waves, like this, almost like an Aquarius sign, right? Yeah. And that men brain waves go straight and kind of up. So there's this cross right here within us. And to be able to balance that between, male and female, to get those two waves to balance out, and then to ground that into your heart, to be a balanced human is to have a balance of female, feminine energy, and a balance of male energy. And those two energies, need to be balanced out. Sometimes it plays out in the outer world where we will meet a different or the opposite sex, such as myself. I would meet a male in the old days when I was not balanced in my male and female. But I'm at the point now where I am balanced. My male and female are balanced. I know how to call on my male energy or my divine feminine energy or my divine male energy. And, I did that through a lot of hermiting, a lot of inward searching, listening to my guides and ancestors and, acting, being unpredictable, learning how to tell the difference between what was right and what wasn't quite right, being capable of being told, I was asked, what service did I want to provide to the spirit? And my answer was, I would like to bring justice to this planet, judgment and justice. And so, in order to walk in the footsteps of judgment and justice, I was going to have to do, some work on myself to get to that place. For they say, judge not, lest you be judged. And, and be able to articulate these things in the spirit world of what was expected, right? Because it appears in the spirit before it appears in the flesh. So one must be capable of seeing through the veil into that other world and knowing the difference between good and evil, seeing that which is good and understanding that which is evil. And that is the Queen of Swords, and she has the best intuition ever. And she knows, and she holds her sword of truth and justice, and she fights for the right for people to be free, free to make their own choices, free to live a life of dignity, integrity, free to have a wonderful education that lifts them up, you know, higher than where they were born. They want to be not in the same place at their death as they were at their birth. It's not our job to be in the same place. We're supposed to wander out and go out and make great things happen in this world. And with that being said, we're going to lay down the cards for the divine masculine, the divine feminine, and creator's view. And I'm going to put down divine masculine, and then I'm going to shuffle the cards again. I know you guys are all doing awesome. We got some heavy eclipse energies, right? We're getting ready to have an eclipse, and the moon is going to go into the shadow of the earth. And speaking of evolution, let me bring out my paper notebook of what I wrote down. It is a disruption of the natural order. It's an Aquarius event. It's like breaking out with nonconformists, people who have different views and visions how their lives should be, and they are tired of living the same old way. It's life-changing time to seek change and usher in evolution. We all should share in the resources of this planet. Our ancestors built it. There's plenty of resources out there. We just got to make sure that all the people are receiving what they need. Like a bird needs a nest, a man needs a tiny house. Like a bird needs a worm, a man needs to go to the shopping center and gather up his stuff, right? But because we're so much bigger than the birds, we need a little bit more than a worm, huh? Yeah, we need life-changing events. Also, on a deep spiritual level, it will be emotional and subconscious patterns revealed when the moon is covered in Earth's shadow. So it's supposed to be happening around sometime around 8 o'clock this evening. I'm hoping that I catch it, and I hope you guys do too. Okay, so we're going to do the divine feminine right here. Going to cut again. A wonderful event that will change the natural order of things, which is when we talk about natural order, we're not talking about geological. We're talking about man and his thoughts, because we're going into the subconscious moon, right? We're going to get the creator right here. Right here. Oh, you guys saw that. I didn't. I won't look. But I saw you saw it. Okay. So now we're going to turn over the divine masculine, and we're going to use the angel deck for the divine masculine. And I appreciate everybody. Thank you. Love you. May the power of the good and Holy Spirit be with us as we move forward into this new world. Oh, divine masculine is a little bit tied up in his mind. Looks like he's in his head. Well, that's what it says. This divine masculine is in mental angst. He's got too many thoughts running through his head that he should not be worrying about. You know, this one feels like he don't see a way out. He's tied up pretty tight. Yeah, but there's always a way out. The universe always gives us a way out, okay? There's always a way out. And it's always doable. And, as my mama said, if there's a way, there's a way. Look at all these mushrooms down here. He's tripping, man. He's tripping. What he thinks is horrible isn't, because mushrooms bring happy, joyful, psychic trips. Some people microdose. Some people have taken nice fat doses and had beautiful visions and come back to tell about it. And so In his imagination, the divine masculine is experiencing too many thoughts at once, so there's a little possibly anxiety, stress, depression, wore out, sad. He's got his blindfold on. Maybe didn't make the right choices. Oh, this is Gemini, Jupiter and Gemini. Jupiter is the planet of expansion, and Gemini is the planet of the twins, duality. And the mind. So we got Mercury here, and it looks like, all these thoughts are, even though it seems anxious and stressful and like you're all bound up, these thoughts will, it's like help you to learn to be more mentally strong. The first thing you need to do is take your spirit and move into your heart, is what I would do. Now I'm going to draw cards here in a minute, but my advice is when I'm thinking too much, when I'm feeling stressed, when I don't exactly know what to do, I go into my heart, because that's where God is. And you have control over your spirit. It is your spirit. You can ask it. Let's go move into our heart, and just put your hand over your heart and see your spirit leaving your mind and going into your heart and your imagination in the fifth dimension in the quantum field. And there you will be. If the intention is there and you have faith and hope, then you know it is. And so when you go into your heart, you will feel a sense of peace, because God will be there with you, and you will know that everything will be okay. Now, a lot of people don't like being in their heart, because it means they're going to have to work with emotions. But the emotions are what causes the thoughts. So you want to work in the heart first and clean it out, so that when the heart begins to have those beautiful feelings of appreciation and love of life, it goes up and affects the mind. And eventually you'll want to attach mind and heart will work together, and will come to mind over heart conclusions, whereas they will be concise and clear and kind and gentle. So you want to learn to live in your heart as much as possible. I want to take this card. It jumped out. I'm just going to show it, and then I'll shuffle again. But this is Six of Earth. Giving and receiving. So give yourself a break and move into your heart, and quit thinking about these things that have got you stuck in a place that you feel you can't get out of. And so that would be my advice. Just move into your heart and leave those thoughts behind, because nothing is worth thinking like that. Yeah, love yourself. You don't let yourself get to this place where you feel like you're stuck. You gotta have a break. Take a nap. Give yourself a hug. Ask for a hug. Okay. So, what's this? No, let's don't talk about what this divine masculine is all tied up about. Let's talk about how can the divine masculine find his better spot. What's going on after this? A better place in his body to reside while his head calms down. Well, it's green, so it means heart space, and we know that. So there we go. Six of Earths. Let me read it to you. gifts of money, time, or effort, new career opportunities, receiving a loan, or paying off debts. So, Six of Earth is about gifts of money, time, or effort. And everybody says this is about being rich physically, but I actually feel that this is also being rich spiritually. See the little fairy, the little earth spirit, and keeping a balance between yourself and the universe. And it's very abundant, isn't it? Look how abundant it is. It's very abundant. And it's heart. And there's two there, and there's a balance. And like I said, when you go into your heart, you're going to meet God. Look at that. Yeah, remember I said that when you go into your heart is where you meet God. He cannot meet you in your mind because you'll try to outthink him, be out logical with him. You'll try to use intellect with God. That God's your intuition. So God cannot come into your brain. You have to come down into the heart where intuition, memories, life is stored. The brain's always thinking. The heart is absorbing. So your heart knows. So this is a confirmation of that you should move from your mind to your heart. Oh yeah. There's even a picture of a head there. I hope you can see that. I'm going to try to get it there. You see the picture of the head? Yeah. Weigh your thoughts with your heart. Weigh your thoughts with your heart. That's beautiful. Yeah, and I don't know how I got that because this is give and take, but then that it would be give and take, wouldn't it? This is about balance and give and take. And it's green, representing the heart. It has a lot of money showing there, but abundance comes from the heart. Abundance comes from the heart. You have to be happy with yourself, your life, and go into your heart and look at the beauty that you are and the beauty God created you to be. When I talk about beauty, I'm talking about, are you kind? Do you say hello to senior citizens that look like they could use a hello? Do you offer people on the streets, $1 or two here and there? Do you take care of your children with loving care and patience? Do you take care of your parents with loving care and patience? Do you take care of each other, husband and wife, with loving care and patience? That's all from the heart. What we got here? I'm going to take that. Yeah. Love, life, and yeah, there is conflict that comes into our life sometimes, and that's when we need to go into our heart the most. And love ourselves through it, talk ourselves through it, be your own best friend, be kind to yourself, gentle, and work through whatever the 8 swords are. Let's see, how's he doing? How's the divine masculine doing? It looks like he's moved into his heart. He's changed positions spiritually because of the little fairy here. So I feel like he moved. Queen of Water. Tender-hearted, empathetic, patient, and loving. Relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition. Care for yourself and others. Care for yourself and others. Watch over yourself. It's very important, especially if you are there to care for others. Caretakers, most important care you should give is to yourself, so that you'll be there for them. And if you're a father, that's, worried. That's understandable. But you got to trust and have faith in the universe that you weren't brought here to suffer. Do the best you can right now. We're going through this great change. Open your heart to your mind. And, when I first opened my mind to my heart and my heart to my mind, it was the funniest thing. I didn't even know what I was doing, but I saw my heart as the planet Earth, and I would meditate on this. And I would see this flower that was growing up through my throat, to my mind, to the top of my head, and bloom, you know. And this spiritual flower would catch everything before it hit my physical body. So, therefore, I would be able to take it right straight into my heart and process it, and then share it with my mind, and let my mind process these things, and then my mind and heart could come together as one. And that's when you're a whole person, when your mind and heart meet there in the middle, and you know exactly what you're doing and why you're doing it and who you're doing it for and what the results are probability to be. The wheel. Archangel Michael, a time of positive change. A situation suddenly moves forward. Fortune is on your side. 10. 10 is my number too. 10 should be all our numbers, but one thing 10 means is it's the ending. X. Generation X. You might be a part of Generation X. Yeah. Tough kids, right? We were a load of tough kids. Yes, we were. Archangel Michael bringing truth and light. Swinging the sword of justice. Oh no. He's got his arms crossed. He's got his sword sheathed. He's like just kind of like looking at you. See if we can get him up here closer. There we go. In the circle of life. The angles, the angels. I saw angels and angles, and each planet is like an angle too, right? There's a lot of angles going on when you get to the horoscope, or angels, or combination of mixtures. So Divine Masculine, you're looking at your truth, and you're seeing yourself, and uh, you're bossing up, you're doing your best. You're changing, a time of positive change. A situation suddenly moves forward. Good for you. Good for you. And then this one was there too. King of Fire, motivational, idealistic, ambitious, charismatic. The message is focus, focus, focus. Communicate with vision and be a leader. Advice from someone creative. Focus, 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 and move your life forward, Divine Masculine. Yeah, create a passion, stand up for something, get active in sharing what you believe with others and how you would come through things. It's all about the healing, right? The heart. This is pretty much kind of it's red, right? Fire, the king of fire. So this would be associated with the root chakra. And, when you become the king of fire, when you have burnt away all the old past, this is actually the past. You want to get rid of that. Burn it up. In other words, use your energy to transmute this to the balance of your mind and heart by understanding yourself through understanding others, and understanding others through understanding yourself. Empathetic empathy. Put yourself what others have went through, and you'll understand why they put you through what you went through. Try to understand the things that make you like this. One sword at a time as you go through your life and rid yourself of these thoughts that have been with you forever. And you want to release them and communicate them. And I think there was communication in here, wasn't it? Relationships. Let's see. Communicate. Focus, 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 and communicate. Release all the old stuff. Speak your piece if you have to stand up for yourself and fight your battles. Don't run from them, fight them. Stand up and speak your piece calmly and patiently, and think about it before you say it, but just speak and say what you got to say. Eight of Waters. A desire to move on. The search for something more meaningful, spiritual and emotional growth. That's beautiful. That's beautiful, Divine Masculine. You're looking for your growth. So we got fire and water here, which means, that's energy that you can use to transmute and create more positive change within yourself. And we do got the eclipse here, so use the power of the shadow of the moon, and look at your shadows, because our shadow is what? Our anger, our frustration, our disappointments, our fears, our losses that we cannot overcome. But you gotta make friends with that shit. I almost said shit. You have to make friends with your shadow and accept those things for what they were. Lessons in life meant for you to take the darkness and transmute it and turn it into power and light. Learn from it. Learn from it. I'm trying to think of some way to make an example, but I can't. All I can say is, like, you just take the things that hurt you and try to understand other people and the reasons they did it. And if you look into their life, you'll figure out this is what happens. 10 of Air, the end. The end of a difficult situation. Embrace the change and expect things to get better now. Recovering from an addiction. That's beautiful. Divine Masculine. So you're like constantly working on the healing of this. Yeah, sudden change. The end of a difficult situation. Okay. Well, that's what's the Divine Masculine looking forward to now. We see he's transforming. We see him working with his shadow, walking away from addictions, walking away from situations that no longer bring joy or happiness. Michael is a representation of putting up boundaries to those things that don't help him be better, feel better, energized. And he is balancing out into the Queen of Earth, which is more empathetic, more motherly, more kindly, more gentle, thoughtful, creative, warm, and sensible. Make time for those around you. Take a sensible approach. Deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. And so you came out with the energy of the Queen of Pentacles, ready to work out anything in a kind and understanding manner. La. And this again is all about the heart. So we come full circle back to the heart. fully integrated, fully loving yourself and others, and ready to balance this with your divine masculine, I'm sure. And so, integrating your divine feminine with your divine masculine will bring a lot of joy and happiness. Um, Lighthearted thoughts, lighthearted feelings, and I think that you will enjoy your life so much better. Okay, guys, it was wonderful. Have a great evening, Divine Masculine. It looks like you are continuously working on your heart, throat chakra, crown chakra, and you are expansion in Gemini, getting out of this kind of thought process because you are appreciating yourself and learning to take care of yourself, right? Taking care of your heart, taking care of your body, taking care of your mind. I would say this would be the material body, because it's brown and red, and we know that the body was made from the red earth. And with that, we love you. Or so they tell us. All we know is that we were cave people with an animal nature and been the same way for 3 million years, if not longer. And then, like, all of a sudden, we're drawing pictures on caves, and 5,000 years later, we're living in settlements, having governments, and harvesting and creating fields of fruits and trees and stuff like that, So, of course, this was like around 40,000 years ago. So, you know, it's a crazy, crazy world we live in where things can hang on and be stuck for 3 million years, and a man walk around with a stick and a rock on the end of it, and then, like, 5 to 10,000 years later, he's cultivating gardens, planting seeds, harvesting. He's got the wheel by now. At this point in time is when the wheel was invented, I'm sure. And it's very interesting to me. I've watched a lot of shows, I've read a lot of books, and I let my spirit search out what meant what to me. So, like, I don't take everything literally. I just see through this and understand what a big jump that would be of how we have evolved. And we've evolved, like, to where we're at now with the technology we have in less than 40,000 years from being a caveman. That's insane. Okay, well, you guys have a great evening. I love you guys. Don't forget to give yourself a hug and give those you love big hugs. Love everybody as much as you can. It's good for you. Bye-bye.